Are you afraid to be on camera? Are you afraid to be seen? For many of us, it's a matter of life and death for our businesses. We have to show up on social media. We have to create promotional videos. That means to be on camera. And many people are terrified of camera. Many people experience anxiety. They try avoid it at all cost. And I know that from my work. Lately, it has been one of the most common issue. My clients come to me for hypnotherapy. Sometimes this anxiety and fear can come from just lack of experience of presenting yourself, of being on camera, being on public. Anything you haven't experienced, haven't done before is out of our comfort zone. Our brain actually doesn't like to do new things. Our brain is not designed for thriving, it's designed for surviving. What we already know, what we have experience with, this is safe, this is our comfort zone. What we haven't done is scary, is energy consuming. So our brain is trying to protect us from it. You have to do it, to experience it, to put it into your comfort zone. Yes, of course, you can just will it through, force yourself to go through it, or you can choose a gentler approach. This is actually what we do in hypnotherapy. I put my clients in the deep trance and I have them experience, which they're afraid of. Here, in this case, it would be on camera or speak on public. I will have them in deep trance experience that a few times. And in trance, it may feel as though they've really done it in real life. But you don't actually need to enter a very deep trance, although it makes it more effective, but you can do without it. All you need to do is to enter a dream-like state. You know, when you're daydreaming, you kind of lightly trance out, lose the sense of reality. This is what you're looking for. This is actually what you need for getting comfortable with what you haven't done before. So you relax, do some deep breathing, or maybe listen to a relaxing music, and then in that state, imagine yourself doing what you're afraid of. Being on camera, speaking publicly, presenting your business. Imagine it in detail, and you need to evoke the positive emotions. Emotions make it more real, and you want to do it few times. And because you will be doing it in a relaxed state, your creative part of mind, the subconsciousness, the more ancient part will be activated, and that part doesn't know any difference between what's real or what's imagined. So whatever you imagine will be recorded as a real life experience. And what happened when you experience something? When you experience something few times and you experience positive emotions, you feel good about it, that moves into the comfort zone. Therefore, you're not going to experience anxiety. So that's one case scenario. If you are having anxiety because you're lacking experience. So this is how you handle it. Another situation can be when you had experience presenting, being on camera, speaking publicly, but that was negative experience. Something didn't go right. You didn't feel good. Maybe somebody made fun of you. It could be even something in childhood you experienced. Maybe you wanted to sing a song and people laughed at you. So it's registered as a negative experience, not safe. Don't do it again, it's not going to feel good. And now your brain, your mind is protecting you from it by giving you anxiety. Don't do it, it's not going to feel good. If you are aware of such a negative experience in your life, you can recreate it in your imagination. You need to be very relaxed, a bit trance out for that. You remember what it was like, recreate in your imagination, but you're going to make up, create a positive ending. So there was a negative story. The story is the same, it already happened. There is nothing you can do about it. But you are continuing. You're writing, you're adding the second part. You bringing whatever happened, that's negative experience, to a positive resolution. So you get a happy end. Again, for it to work, you really need to involve your imagination, and you need to be a bit trance out, be in dreamlike state. You need to invoke your emotions. So you go back in time, you're reliving whatever happened, and then you continue the story. You somehow made it all work out. Or maybe you can imagine people that made fun of you, laughed at you, actually were laughing about something else. It had nothing to do with you. Or maybe you find out that whatever mean comment people made to you wasn't because you didn't do well, because they were jealous, because they could never do something that you could. Or maybe somehow you flipped it all around, made everyone laugh, and everybody loved you. And you felt proud. Imagine how your family, your parents, your friends, telling you how they're proud of you, how well you've done. You are looking for this boost of good emotions. You want to feel good in the moment. You may have to repeat this a few times for it to really stick. You've had a negative record in your mind. You are rewriting it, turning it into positive. And once it will be convincing for your subconsciousness, you are no longer going to experience any anxiety or fear. But there can be two more scenarios. Third would be that you in past life somehow suffered because of being, maybe not on camera, but being on public, being seen, being heard, when you had to speak about your beliefs. Maybe you got imprisoned in another life, maybe you were even executed. In that case, we would do past life regression, find what happened, and find a resolution. Fourth case scenario, why you may have anxiety or fear of being seen, being in public, that is due to ancestral trauma you're carrying. So that could be not you, but your ancestors, one or a few, experienced something negative due to being seen, being in public, speaking up. Maybe they were killed, maybe they were imprisoned, maybe they lost their resources, their work, or their family because of what they did. And then this imprint got embedded within the DNA and was passed on through the generations, and now you have it. And now you are experiencing anxiety and fear in a situation where you are not under any threat. In that case, I would use ancestral trauma healing protocol. Any trauma seeks resolution. Once it's recognized and acknowledged, it can be healed. Sometimes it's enough for people to recognize the pattern and acknowledge that it may be not their own, but came from some ancestors. Sometimes that alone can be enough to release it.